Hey guys, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the online class. Today here we are here with Honeysuckle book, that is your NCRT book, okay? Main book. And as you know that last week we have finished from this book the kite poem, right? And today also we are here with the Honeysuckle book, and in which we are going to learn our third chapter, that is Taro's reward. That is Taro's reward. Okay. So Taro's reward is a popular fairy tale in Japan. Okay, it is a fairy tale. It involves the story of a son, Taro, who wanted to fulfill the wishes of his father, his parents. Okay, Taro was a son, he was a boy who wanted to fulfill their parents' wish. Taro was a poor boy. He earned money by chopping books from the jungle, but the money he earned was not sufficient for him and his parents. Okay, so he wanted to fulfill his parent wishes and get some unexpected help. Okay, so we'll now look to the chapter, we'll now move to the chapter. Okay, so now we'll begin the chapter, and please be concentrated with the words what I am explaining. Okay, look at the video too. Okay, a young woodcutter named Taro, who lived with his father on a lonely hillside. Where he was living with his parents? Taro was living with his parents where? He was living with their parents on a lonely hillside. All day long he chopped wood in the forest. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little money. As he was working, he was giving his best while working, and he wanted to work only for their parent, to fulfill their parent wish. But as he worked too hard, very hard, but he was not able to earn more money. That was very little money. This made him sad, for he was a thoughtful son and wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. Yeah, we also do some of the things which where we want to fulfill our parents, like that. Taro also wanted to fulfill their parents' need, whatever they wanted. But as he was working hard, he was chopping the wood all the time, but he was earning very little. And that's why, with the earnings, he was not able to fulfill their parent wish. One evening, when Taro and his parents were sitting in a corner of their hut, a strong wind began to blow. One day, when they were sitting in a corner in their hut, a strong wind began to blow. It whistled through the cracks of the hut, and everyone felt very cold. It was the cold time. So when it begins to the when a strong wind begins to blow through the cracks of the hut, the wind, the cold wind get inside it. Okay, and everyone felt very cold. Suddenly, Taro's father said, "I wish I had a cup of shake. It would warm me and do my old hurt good." So it was the cold time, the winter time, and the Taro's father suddenly he wished something. He wished what? He wished a cup of shake. He wished a cup of shake, um, a hot thing. Okay, means a hot popular Japanese drink. Okay, so it was the that he wanted. Taro's father wanted. Why he wanted? He wanted that to make himself warm and to make himself good. Okay, because that was the cold time and he was not able to bear that. So he made a wish to he made a wish not to Taro. He told that he want warm shake. This made, after listening his father's wish, this made Taro sadder than ever, for the heartwarming drink called shake was very expensive. Because Taro was not able to earn too much by while he was working very hard. uh, Although he was means though he was not getting too much money from that, and the shake what his father wished was very expensive to buy. How do I earn money? Now a question came in his mind, that how he could work, what could he do to earn the money and fulfill his father wish. He asked himself, how do I get a little shake for my poor old father? He decided to work harder than before. Now, again, he started to work. He told, okay, fine, I'll work more and more to just fulfill my father's wish. Next morning, Taro jumped out of bed earlier than usual, means as he was waking up in the morning, but he waked more than earlier than the usual time, and made his way to the forest. He chopped and cut at the sun climbed. Before the sunrise, he went to the forest to cut down the woods, and there he was chopping and cutting the woods. And later the sun rise, and soon he was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. His mouth was dry and his face was wet with sweat. My poor old father, he thought, if only he was as warm as I. Means, as he was working very hard, he went there, and from the morning itself he was working, and now he was feeling very hot. Even he took off his jacket, and his face was wet due to that sweat, and thinking that, like, as I am warm, I wish my father could also feel the warm. And with that, he began to chop even faster. Once, after thinking about, when a thought came in his mind to about his father, he even worked very hard. He was chopping that wood even faster, thinking of the extra money he must earn to buy the shake to warm old man's bone. He was just thinking that how could I earn more money, so that he could make extra money, and he could buy that shake for his father. Then suddenly Taro stopped chopping. What was that sound he heard? Means, as he was chopping the woods, he could hear some sound. Could it be? Could it be possibly be rushing water? Now he thought it must be the sound of water, the rushing of the water. In the hillside, when the water is means, if you have ever visited some hill, like where waterfall is there, okay, you could hear the rushing sound of the water between that between that forest trees. Okay, so the water when flows it there, it made the sound of rushing. Okay, rushing sound is there. So he told that it may be the rushing sound of that water. Taro could not remember ever seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest. Taro could not know that whether there is a stream or any rushing ever he don't know about the water, about the stream, what it is, means from where the sound is coming. He doesn't know about that. He haven't seen it earlier, haven't heard it earlier. He was thirsty because he was walking. As you know, his mouth was also dry because he was working very hard. He was chopping that wood even very faster. The axe dropped out of his hands and he ran in the direction of the sound. As he was thirsty, he just put that axe to the ground and he ran towards that sound, from where the sound was coming. Taro saw a beautiful little waterfall hidden behind a rock, kneeling at a place where the water flowed quietly. Taro, when he reached there, when he followed that sound, rushing sound of water, he followed that and he reached and he saw a beautiful little waterfall hidden behind a rock. Kneeling at a place where the water flowed quietly, he covered a little in his hand and put it to his lips. Was it water or was it shake? He tasted it again and again, and always it was delicious shake instead of a cold water. As it was the time of winter, maybe, or the weather was cold, he thought the water will be cold, but as he tasted that water, it was just similar that of shake. He couldn't believe that this whether this it was a delicious shake or a cold water. Taro quickly filled the pitcher that he had with him and hurried home. You know about pitcher? Pitcher is a vessel, a earthen pot. Okay, he had with him and hurried home. The old man was delighted with the shake. Means as it tasted, the water tasted just like the shake. He filled that and took this water in his pitcher, and he took this water, his its shake, to his father. And there the old man, his father, was very delighted with that shake. After only one swallow of the liquid, he stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. As he drank that, means he swallowed little that water, the shake what his son brought from that water stream. He, after taking that, he danced in the middle of the floor. That afternoon, stopped by for a visit. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of the shake. One means that afternoon, a neighbor stopped for a visit. Okay, to their house. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of the shake, the water what has been brought by that Taro, his son, he offered that a cup of that shake to that lady. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By the nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. Means as Taro explained her about the magical waterfall. After listening that story, she moved from there, and by the night, she spread this news in all the village. She spread the story throughout the whole village. And this is all about for today. Tomorrow we'll continue this chapter and we'll see what happened when she spread the story throughout the village. Okay? So up to here we only understood that how Taro was obedient. He was like he could do anything for earning money, and he wanted, his only aim was to fulfill his father or his parents wish. Okay, as for completing his wish, he worked very hard, and there he could find a stream, a waterfall where the water was coming, and when he sipped it, it was just tasted as like shake. So he took that water in his pitcher, the pot. Okay, and he took to his father, and later his father also offered to the neighbor, a lady, and she also tasted it just like shake, and she listened the story also about magical stream, magical waterfall, which was told by Taro, and she spread this news to all over the village. And now tomorrow we'll see what will happen next. Okay, so this is all about today, and have a nice day to all.